It's an independent film, relatively low budget. The cinema world comes to Cannes and sees the movie, and it's a fantastic way to promote the film, to let people know it exists.
Dans son nouveau film Les Linceuls, le légendaire David Cronenberg raconte le deuil de sa femme décédée en 2017 à sa manière, avec un personnage qui lui ressemble comme deux gouttes d'eau, incarné par Vincent Cassel. Il raconte cette collaboration intime et particulière.
The first time we've met, was it in London?
I don't remember.
Oh, no, I do remember actually. We were in Cannes.
Yes.
We were in Cannes.
Yes, I do. And there was an ODR question. Someone was telling us that we were talking about Eastern promises. A woman came up and said, you know, I work for Jacques Audiard, and he was offered this project and he decided not to do it. I don't know why she was telling me this. I said, well, I'm glad he said no, because I'm very happy to be doing this. So, and then you were there, we were together. So I do remember that, yeah.
That was in Cannes?
It was in Cannes. This is our third movie together. Yeah. I try very hard not to think of actors, because I don't want to start to change the character to fit the actor. I want to create a character who's alive in my mind and then find the best actor to play that role. So that's how it feels to me. And Vincent definitely was thinking that he was playing me in the movie. And it's accurate to a certain extent.
Well, it didn't really happen like that. I mean, the story is inspired by things that David went through. But it's not the story of David's life neither. You know, there's so many things going on. I wasn't supposed to play him. I mean, he was the start of the character, something that would be a cinematic avatar of David somehow. But it's not David, it's Karsh.
It's like a tracking device. It's obvious they were tracking you through her.
I've said many times, I did not cast Vincent because of his hair. I was looking for other things, which I got, but not the hair. And it was just a coincidence, really, that for some reason, when his hair was more like mine right now, people start to think we look the same. And of course, we don't look anything the same. But for some reason, the feeling of it was similar. Yeah. And it was okay for the movie, because I know that Vincent was looking at the way I move. We talked about the way we talk, because he speaks much more quickly than I do. This is a Canadian Toronto thing, so I speak more slowly and more chill. And so his character, Karsh, also spoke more slowly.
It's been decades since I had to seduce a woman.
You'll never replace Becca.
I'm not trying to. What's interesting, really, is that, I didn't plan anything. David never asked me to look like him or whatever, but at a certain point, I've seen my reflection in the mirror, and I thought, that's incredible, because I really feel like I look like David. And then a few people on the set made the same remark, and I called David and I said, this is very strange. I feel like I'm really looking like you more and more. You know, so it's not a decision. It just happened. This is called the magic of cinema. Yeah. Never thought I had to carry any of those. I mean, I was acting in a movie, and the character had to be believable as this guy. But it's not like I felt like a responsibility of anything in that sense. I don't think it would be very healthy.
Yeah, and I could tell you too that the movie has to work on its own, out of context. I mean, it's not necessary for the audience to know that there's any part of my life. It could be very accurate about my life and still be a bad movie. The fact that some of it was true doesn't help make a good movie. So it's better to forget that and just say we are now, and I feel the same on the set. I don't feel like I'm trying to recreate some moments from my past, because in fact, they weren't really exact moments from my past. That would be a kind of strange project, and it's not one that I was interested in. I like the creative aspect of the movie growing as it goes along its own organic self. You know, it takes on its own life. The starting point was really the first scene, where there's a feeling of a soul and a body. You know, the religious idea of a body dying and the soul trying to stay with this dead body, which is a very Jewish religious concept, even though the character is not religious and I am not religious. But I found that a very beautiful way of dealing with the reality of death and the life leaving a body. You still have the body, it's the same body, but now it's not alive. How did that happen? And religion has some explanations, science has different explanations, you know. So that was really, the first scene in the movie was the first scene that I thought of and wrote. Everything came from that, yeah. It's an independent film, relatively low budget. We don't have a $500 million budget for promotion around the world. So this is a great way, always at Cannes. The cinema world comes to Cannes and sees the movie, and it's a fantastic way to promote the film, to let people know it exists, and it's also a lot of fun. And for Vincent, well, he's been here many times.
So did you.
Yeah.
One day you present the movie to the whole world, and that's an incredible opportunity.
Yeah.
And when people are not selected for Cannes, whatever they say, they're not happy.
Konbini!